The Montgomery County Planning Assistance Program provides technical planning assistance to the county's municipalities on a fee-for-service basis. We are part of and operate out of the Montgomery County Planning Commission. These are exciting times at the Montgomery County Planning Commission as we are under new leadership and guidance. We even have a new mission statement that reaffirms our commitment to good planning. I won't read it all to you, but I would like to highlight 3 key phrases and how they pertain to the community planning program. First, we strive to promote sound planning practices. Second, we work with you to create vibrant places. And third, we help our clients proactively guide strategic and long-range decisions. The Montgomery County Planning Commission was created in 1950. It was created in part as a reaction to the unprecedented growth and expansion brought about by the birth of the baby boom generation following World War II. To help municipalities meet the challenges associated with this growth, the county commissioners also created the Community Planning Assistance Program. To quote from a 1953 Planning Commission report, "The purpose of the Planning Assistance Program is to help municipalities prepare comprehensive plans at minimum cost and maximum efficiency." In 1953, 15 municipalities had planning assistance contracts with the Montgomery County Planning Commission. 62 years later, the program now serves 30 municipalities and 4 regional planning organizations. And I can say with pride that at one time or another, we provided planning assistance for every one of Montgomery County's municipalities. The county is a much different place than what it was in 1950, and today there are new, more complex issues confronting its leaders and decision-makers. Yet our focus in community planning remains unchanged from what it was 62 years ago, and that is to help you realize your vision for your community. For some municipalities, that vision may be for providing active recreation. Our community planners work with these communities to find the land to meet the need. For others, active recreation may have a different meaning. In this case, a municipal trail, which we helped identify in its open space plan. Trails are more valuable if they're linked together, and for this community, we included those linkages in its open space plan. One thing we're very proud of at the County Planning Commission are the model regulations that we've written and how we use them to further good planning. For example, our model riparian buffer ordinance is being used by the State Department of Conservation and Natural Resources as their statewide model. In the more rural municipalities, we help to preserve their active farmland. For others, it's revitalizing main streets, outdated shopping centers, and empty industrial parks. For the example here, we wrote the plan that helped Collegeville make its main street more pedestrian-friendly. In Pennsburg, we updated their revitalization plan, which they used to secure a county grant to plant new trees along Main Street. And on occasion, we'll roll up our sleeves and even plant the trees themselves, like we did for Norristown. In Lansdale, we wrote the zoning ordinance to permit the adaptive reuse of an unused industrial building for loft apartments, which was part of a larger development that included an urban-style shopping center, a County Land Development Award winner. Suburban shopping center development doesn't have to look like it came out of the 1950s. In this example, a willing developer, a determined township, and our design input resulted in a new shopping center the community could be proud of. Housing, too, needs to move beyond its cookie-cutter past. And to further this objective, the County Planning Commission has produced a series of model ordinances that promote better-looking and functioning residential development. Our Model Land Preservation District has been adopted in various forms throughout the county. And though not based on a model, we're working with a number of boroughs to develop form-based zoning codes. These codes differ from traditional zoning in that they shift the focus from use and density to appearance and functionality. In almost every municipality, transportation is a major concern. For the boroughs of Red Hill and Pennsburg, we helped obtain a new traffic light for a problem intersection. For Lower Salford, a community planner wrote regulations that require shared parking and common driveways. So what do you get when you hire the County Planning Commission? How do we help you achieve the outcomes you want? Once you've signed a contract for planning assistance, you will be assigned a community planner. Your community planner becomes your point of contact for most planning matters. You get to know that person, and that person gets to know you. And through that person, you will get to know the entire Montgomery County Planning Commission and all of the resources it has to offer. That planner will work with your planning commission to produce the planning products you need to achieve your vision, such as, in this case, a comprehensive plan. We'll help you write a comprehensive plan that gives form and substance to your community vision. We also write specialized plans and studies, such as open space and recreation plans, corridor studies, or in the case here for Collegeville, a revitalization plan. The zoning we write is never one size fits all. Each code we write is tailored to the needs, circumstances, and vision of the community. For Norristown, Lansdale, and Narberth, the zoning codes we're writing are form-based codes. But we're more than just plans, studies, and ordinances. One of the most valuable services offered under the Community Planning Assistance Program is the Enhanced Design Review. All of our planning assistance contracts include this service as part of the package. Because of our relationship with the municipality, we're often able to get in on a proposed land development at its earliest stages where design input is most effective. The example here is in Abington Township. We work closely with the township staff, their planning commission, the developer and his consultants to go from this to this, a plan with more usable open space and better circulation, to what was finally adopted, a plan that incorporated most of the improvements we recommended. Our planning assistance contracts also include something we call flexible assistance. Municipalities use flexible assistance to address immediate and often unanticipated issues. In the example here, we wrote new zoning regulations that govern electronic billboards. Or in the example here, regulations for solar panels and solar arrays. In fact, we're in the middle of developing a model ordinance in conjunction with the Delaware Valley Regional Planning Commission for alternative energy zoning regulations. Now, up to this point, I've been telling you about the things we do, but perhaps you'd like to hear from the clients themselves. We asked 3 public officials what they think about the Montgomery County Planning Commission and the community planning services we provide. And this is what they said.
Maybe 2 years ago, we had a developer come to us in great haste and said, we've purchased all this land, or we have this land under agreement. All we need are some approvals, and we'll put in your township a very large taxable shopping center. The township wanted it, at least at the time we wanted it, and we needed to go through a lot of hurdles very quickly. So what we did was we took board action, and part of that was contact the Planning Commission to get help on that. And from our perspective, it seemed like the Planning Commission dropped everything else and put full priority on our priority, which was the shopping center.
We've gotten a lot of help from the Montgomery County Planning Commission to green Norristown. I came here 5 years ago and noticed that there really weren't enough trees. The streetscapes in town were barren, and they've been working with us and very actively in hands-on fashion. In fact, there are times when Planning Commission staff has been over here physically putting trees and shrubs in the ground. We've had them do sketch plans and site plans for gardens that we've planted in town. I mean, pretty much anything we've needed, they've been able to provide.
Sought out the county planning commission for any grants and so forth that we may have been applying as far as some direction, and do you think is there anything that we should add into this grant that we're pursuing? So that advice was always there and available too. And I know that our borough manager always worked closely with the planning commission.
So far, you've heard about the things we do, the products we produce, and what our clients think of us. But now I'd like to tell you a little bit about who we are. We're a staff of 37 whose leadership has over 150 years of combined professional experience. We have expertise in design, environment, transportation, open space, demographics, and of course, land use planning. Some of the people you just saw are recognized experts in their field. We bring all of this expertise to our planning assistance contracts. Turning again to our municipal clients for their perspective, we ask them to describe, in one word, how they view the County Planning Commission. And this is what they said.
Well, the first would be professional. I mean, certainly it's a very well-rounded and experience would be another one. Group of individuals in the Planning Commission that for the county that do a great job down there and have been doing a great job for the borough of Pottstown.
The community program is necessary for us. It's necessary because our planning commission is 5 very dedicated people. They love our township, they have a great vision for our township, but they lack the skills and the knowledge as to how to get our township that way. And we certainly lack the time to get our way. So our planner is necessary in the fact that he takes our visions and our goals and he makes them happen.
I think the best word I can use is helpful. The services we get from the Montgomery County Planning Commission, they're there for you when you need them. And it's not just your community planner, it's the entire staff. And it's like having a battery of experts at your disposal. I mean, we can't afford to keep all these experts in-house, but we can always pick up the phone, call our community planner, and if she doesn't know the answer, she can consult with one of our colleagues. So it's really, we look at it as an invaluable resource for our community.
I believe the Montgomery County Planning Commission brings a lot to the table, but that which really sets us apart are the relationships that we build. We're not in it for the short term. We believe that planning is a process. It's more than just a product. It's something you have to work on constantly if you hope to achieve your vision. That's what we do. That's what we bring to the table. Your community planner is the gateway to the County Planning Commission, and the better we get to know you, and you us, the more helpful and effective we can be. In summary, I would like to leave you with this. When you retain the Montgomery County Planning Commission for planning assistance, you are hiring an agency that is professional, accessible, knowledgeable, experienced, flexible, and affordable. For you see, the county commissioners believe that no municipality should be deprived of good planning because of cost, and therefore subsidize the planning assistance program by 50%. And most important of all, we build relationships. We're in it for the long haul. Now, before I close, I'd like to make note of the speakers on the videos you just saw. They are Peter Dolan, of Pottsgrove Board of Commissioners, David Forrest, Norristown Municipal Manager, and Stephen Tironi, Pottstown Borough Council President. And I'd like to give Dave Forrest the last word.
My interactions with Montgomery County are often and almost exclusively through the Montgomery County Planning Commission, whether we're talking grants or open space or community planning. To me, they're the face of Montgomery County, and they've just been great to work with.